I heard a pastor say that a 17-year-old man approached him and said, "Could you please pray for me? Could you please pray that God would suppress these sexual desires I've been getting recently?" And the pastor said, "No, I won't pray for that. But what I will pray for is that you will get a revelation of Jesus and that you will learn to live out of the identity you are in God." That's good. That's very good. There's a teaching that's been going around for a while that says there's two dogs inside us. And these two dogs are at each other's throat, clamoring for our attention. And the dog that we feed the most is the dog that wins. So if I feed the bad dog, I'm a bad Christian. If I feed the good dog, I become a good Christian, a good person. But Romans 8 is very clear. We haven't got two dogs within. We've got the Spirit of God within. And we are already in the Spirit. We're not feeding the good dog to get in the Spirit. We are already in the Spirit. And the Spirit of God lives here. We house the very Spirit of God. And as I remember that, as I focus on that, I overcome and I live the abundant life. Life springs forth. Now, the old covenant thinking, the law thinking of that young man did its job. It drove him to Jesus. It wore him out. It made him realize that he cannot manage the dogs. It made him realize he can't suppress the bad dog and prop up the good dog. It drove him to Jesus. The law did its job. So we are not living out of learning how to control these dogs. We're learning to go to Spirit and live out of that. And it all starts with knowing you are righteous. When you know you are righteous, you can overcome anything. When temptation comes, when we're faced with disappointments and depression or whatever it is, when that black dog, so to speak, tries to rise, you're not trying to suppress it. What you're doing is focusing on the fact that you are righteous. You are running back to your identity in Christ. It all starts with knowing you are righteous. And from there, everything will take its right priority. Isn't that great news?